We gotta talk about Ye's hate for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, bro. Like, this guy straight up hates this album, bro. Like, bro, that's supposed to be his best album, arguably at least, you know? You gotta really pause for a second, though, and really ask, why would Ye say something like this? I don't think it's for attention. Like, he was really in his music review bag, talking about his own discography, like how we were. Like, this shit is funny as fuck, bro. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, if you look at My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, we all know the backstory, right? He made that after the whole Taylor Swift situation. And it's basically like his way of saying, like, look, I can outdo anyone in the industry. And he did. Like, that album got bangers, bro. Songs like Gorgeous, Blame Game, Runaway, Devil in a New Dress, like, the list goes on. All these songs are classics. Like, the production, the features, the visuals. It was like Ye proving a point to the whole entire world, basically. But that's the thing. He was basically trying to impress people with the music. You know, he was a perfectionist. And, you know, Ye probably looks back like, bro, why the fuck was I doing what they wanted me to do? And we all know Ye, bro. When you tell him something, he does the opposite, bro. It's just like, it's his evil side, bro. Like, it's crazy. We all know this guy's crazy. Now, he went on Twitter and also said that the album Ye is better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, bro. Right? And the reason why he says that is that he's coming from a way more personal place. Like, that album wasn't about impressing the media or critics. It was just raw, vulnerable, and kind of unfiltered music. And I get it, right? Ye might not have that grand cinematic feel like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but it hits in a different way, bro. Like, there's people out there that really love this album. Songs like Wouldn't Leave, Ghost Town, Yikes. These songs, the whole entire tape is full of energy, pain, and freedom. And it feels like Ye was just being himself on that, bro. Not trying to prove anything to nobody. That's why some people say it's better, right? It's more organic. It feels real. Like, he ripped the filter off and gave us exactly what he was feeling in that moment in time of the year 2018. And you gotta give credit where credit's due, bro. Ye is a short project, but that works in his favor. It flows like one long track. Each song literally bleeding into the next one with no wasted space. There's something really beautiful about that. And, you know, he touches on mental health, love, fatherhood, fame, all in like 23 minutes, right? And that's not easy to do, you know, and make it a good project at least. And even though it's a smaller album, the impact is there. It might not have like that polish that Dark Fantasy did, but it has soul, it has spirit, and honestly, it's aged really well. Like, I literally listened to it after that take, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. And he said that T-Lop is way better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And while that may sound crazy for some people, it really starts to make sense once you really think about the direction he was going in artistically, right? The Life of Pablo is very chaotic, messy, but real. You know, it's Ye embracing the imperfection instead of like trying to create the perfect album. And that rawness, bro, it literally mirrors where he was at mentally and spiritually. And man, songs like Ultralight Beam, Wolves, Real Friends with Ty Dolla $ign, you know, I feel emotionally charged and experimental. And it was kind of like he was trying to break the structure and expectations compared to like a clean, polished, almost calculated vibe of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And like I said, the Life of Pablo, projects like that, and Ye, feels like freedom, man. Feels like freedom. From a political standpoint, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was Ye's basically like way of playing the industry, right? Doing press runs, working with the biggest names, crafting every moment to be basically bulletproof. After the whole Taylor Swift controversy too. And he made that album to get back in with the public. But the Life of Pablo, that's Ye completely flipping like the whole entire script. He released it on Tidal and kept updating it after it dropped and didn't really care if it was traditional or even finished. That in itself was a political move, bro. Rejecting the system that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy basically catered to. So in Ye's eyes, the Life of Pablo pretty much represents a more free version of himself, right? Not boxed in by need and validation, and that's why he puts it above My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's really about intent and ownership of the art and not just how perfect it sounds. For me personally, nothing is topping My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy though. That album changed the game, bro. Whether Ye sees it that way or not, like, you know, from a pure artistic standpoint, like, you know, Ye might be one of his most honest pieces, and you could tell he wasn't chasing charts, he was chasing truth. And even though, you know, I don't agree with him hating My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I do respect how he's owning his own journey, bro, and how he sees his work now. Both albums are great, but they serve two completely different purposes. One was like a masterpiece for the world, and the other was basically like therapy for himself. Like, that was his own journal on a music form, you know? Let me know what you guys think of Ye saying all this. How do you guys feel about these two albums? And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.